Good morning, family, and welcome to what I'm calling the routine. This is Dr. B, and for the next 365 days, we're going to do this together. And we're not going to do it perfectly, but we are going to do it consistently. You know, we all talk about wanting a routine. We talk about discipline, consistency, faith, growth, but most of us don't actually have a routine that we can return to every single day. This isn't going to be me teaching you from the outside. This is me committing to becoming with you. So if you hang with me for 30 days, you'll build a powerful habit. If you hang with me for 90 days, it will change your life. But if you hang with me for all 365 days, your life will never be the same. And that, my friends, is a complete promise. As people who want to live their best lives, we need to be intentional. No, we have to be intentional. And for the next 365 days, if you join me, this is how we will start our day. We will wake up on purpose. We will protect our focus. We will not be distracted by opening our phones, devices, TV, computers, etc. until we are done here. We will hydrate immediately. We will create stillness through our breathing. We will work on our connection and our identity through a short devotional. We will focus on our gratitude. We will set our intention for the day. We will plan to make a connection with somebody this day. We will make and keep at least one promise to ourselves. And at some point today, we will move our body, not together, but you can do exercise, you can get it done. So now listen, if you're just finding us today, whether it's day 1 or day 200, you're right on time. These days don't build on each other, but each one stands on its own, and it's about consistency. And I understand because of the time zone, we're doing it at 6:30 Mountain Time, but whatever, you might have kids, you might have work and a real life. You may not always be able to join us live, and that's okay. If you need to, you can always watch the recording from the day before and do this routine earlier in your day if that's what it takes. It's live is obviously more powerful, but the recording still works. And that's what matters, is that you spend this time intentionally. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to show up. Welcome to the routine. Let's become together. And if you need more information, just go ahead and go to routine.live. Now let's go. All right. Good morning. What amazing, awesome, just incredible day it is today. This is the day that the Lord hath made. Let us rejoice. Let us rejoice, and be glad in it. And today, as like any other day that we get in here, we are on day 202. 202 days we have been, or 201 days we have completed. We're now just beginning day 200. Oh my gosh, isn't this so cool that we can just be able to make our lives better by setting a routine every single morning that puts what is important in our lives, what is the most important in our life, first. And so today, I cannot wait to talk about what we're going to talk about, but we're going to start our day like we always do. We're going to start our day with our breathing. So go ahead and take one of them big, deep belly breaths in. There we go. We'll start while we're holding it. We will start our music. We'll breathe out. Go ahead and breathe in. This is how we start our day every day. We are in control of our thoughts. We are in control of our thoughts. We direct our lives with the right positive energy. We start doing this every day. We direct our lives with the right positive energy. We are building our life through discipline, power, and faith. Building our life through discipline, power, and faith. And of course, we wake up on purpose. What does it mean to wake up on purpose? What it means to wake up on purpose is that we are going to be proactive about our day, instead of reactive about our day. We're going to find ways in which that we try to control the things that we do. Not even try, we just control the things the way we do, knowing that there are going to be moments where we have to react. There are going to be times when there was expectations that we maybe did not expect, and those expectations ended up, the unexpectations, I guess, ended up just taking over a time in our day, and that is okay. A great example of that yesterday is I had my calendar all scheduled what I was going to do. Well, the person that I was meeting with, we were supposed to meet at 9:00, right? And so he wasn't able to get to me till 9:30. So that shifted my whole day, right? No big deal. What did I do between 9 and 9:30 while I was waiting? I just got stuff done. There's so many things that I have as fillers that are in my day that allow me. Maybe I'm reading a little bit. Maybe I'm, doing, extra planning or sharing or putting one of these together. If something happens, do you have something that you can fill it in with? That's what I mean by living your day on purpose. So we're going to wake up on purpose. We're not going to be distracted by the world's noise. When I talk about being distracted by the world's noise, what are the TVs, tablets, iPads, screens of any kind, television, phones, iPhones or Android phones? We get up and we start scrolling, and we are consumers of other people's content. Or are we controlling the content that we have? When I think about this devotional that you and I do every single morning for the last 200 days, you can say, well, I'm consuming your content, Dr.B. And all that I would say inside of that, consuming the content that I have, is we're doing this together. So this becomes your content. This is our content. We do it together. I'm just kind of leading it. I'm facilitating it. I'm not telling you anything, but we're consuming what God would have us consume. But then we're also commanding our day. We're commanding our day in a great way. We're going to hydrate. So as soon as we're done with this portion of our time, when we're just doing our breathing. And so again, take a big deep breath in. Fill up your belly. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. We'll see how I'm doing. That is the thing that I think is important that some of us don't do, is we don't go to the doctor enough. And if it's just the doctor to do labs and see where you're at, that's important. It's important so that we know how our bodies is functioning. Is it working? I'm not saying like they're going to go tell me tomorrow that I need a statin. And my belief is I don't need a statin. And so they're going to prescribe another one, and it's going to sit on the shelf at the pharmacy. But they're also going to take my A1C. They're also going to take my blood. They're going to do the things that just make sure that helps my body. Because like I said, the Dr. Grant predicted I'm living till 130. So, that sounds so cool. Do you have your glass of water ready? So when we finish this breathing exercise, you'll be able to drink and hydrate. We're going to create stillness to our breathing today. We're going to work on our connection and our identity. Are you grateful? What are you grateful for this morning? We're getting ready to talk about that and go through it with our gratitude journal here in just a moment. What are you grateful for today? What are you grateful for today? We're going to affirm our day. We're going to set our intention. Yesterday I was doing a podcast, and they asked me, is there one thing that you would like to share with the group at the end? And of course, oh my gosh, did I ever take advantage of that? You can imagine me. And so I read our intention, and to whoever was on that podcast, whoever was willing to listen, got to hear our intention for today. And it was so fun to be able to do, to be part of, to talk about, just so cool. And so that intention that we have each day was part of that podcast. So hopefully the things that we're doing and the things that we're working on are spilling over into other parts of your life. I'm hoping that is part of your thought process and what you do. And so, oh my gosh, yes. So fun. So fun. Just take a couple more breaths. We'll take a couple more breaths. And as we transition over into our gratitude session today, last breath. I'll put it on the screen. So we're not going to skip our devotion first. We're going to get our devotion done first. So let me stop this real quick and we'll transition. I'll put it up on the screen. Share the screen. Music on the share screen. And then here, and then hit escape here. And then where is our devotion? Here it is. We're on day 202. 202. Go ahead and drink your water if you haven't drinking your water already, because you know that's what we do. What you feed your mind shapes your future. What you feed your mind shapes your future. Whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, think about such things. The verse for today is Philippians 4:8. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Father, help me to be intentional today about what I allow my mind knowing is shaping my tomorrow. Whatever I'm intentional about today, what I allow into my mind knowing is shaping my tomorrow. The truth is, the future is not permanently shaped by your circumstances. It is shaped by what you consistently feed your mind. We talk about this every single day. We talk about making sure that we are not dealing with the world's noise, our iPads, and it's not the device that's the issue. The device is a gateway into what you're looking at. The device is a connection or something that allows you to get there. Our phones that we have, and I would pull my phone up and put it in, and show it to you right now, but it's in the other room. But that device has healing properties. That device has the ability to communicate and move ourselves forward. That device has the ability for me to talk to my grandkids like I did yesterday and find out what's going in their life and find out what they're excited about. That device allows me, when somebody's sick or ill, that I can go visit them at the hospital or where they're at because I know that things are happening. But that also device can be the eye gate into our soul that allows us to wonder and move in a direction. When we think about, and I talked about this last night, when we talk about our belief system, and one being our doubts and our fears and anxieties, and the others being our faith and our anticipation and thinking about a favorable outcome, and realizing that our eyes are the gateway into our doubt, fears, and unbelief and anxiety. Our ears are God's gateway into our faith and our belief, and we hear by hearing of the word, right? And so what are we protecting? What are we putting into our mind? Every piece of content you consume, every conversation you engage in, every thought pattern you rehearse, and every truth or lie you allow to take root is quietly building the mental framework. Your future decisions, your relationships, and your beliefs will flow through them. Let me just say that one more time, just really quickly, and I'm even going to highlight that this spot in here for today so that you kind of really get the impact that the things you allow into your mind have on you. Future decisions that you will make that will impact your life, right? Future relationships that you will engage in that will impact your life. Future beliefs and will flow from the things that you allow into your mind. You cannot feed your mind with fear. You cannot feed your mind with negativity and doubt and expect to produce a life of faith and abundance and the life that you are wanting. If you are allowing that negativity to continually be part of your thought process of what you're doing. I was working with one of the folks that I was coaching yesterday, and we were talking about it, and she was saying, well, I know we do weekly coaching calls, and I don't really think I get anything out of those weekly coaching calls, or I don't think I'm moving forward as fast that I should be, and so maybe I just come every other week. And what I wanted to say is we need to bump this up to twice a week, because not only do you need to come every week, you need to come twice a week, 3 times a week, because if that is where you're feeling and that is what you're allowing your mind to continually speak to you, I need to get into your mind a lot more often. God needs to refresh you. God needs to renew you. God needs to be part of your process of saying things that are going to not be your fear, negativity, and doubt, and expect to produce a life of faith, courage, and purpose. What goes in always comes out, and what comes out always becomes your life. Right? So the example is 2 people face the same economic certainty. The first fills their mind with daily anxious news cycles, negative conversations, and worst case scenarios. The second intentionally fills their mind. They get up, they do the routine every single morning. They put God's word into who they are, faith building, connect, and truth-centered community. 6 months later, where we're at right now, 200 days later, right, or 180 days later, their circumstances may still look similar on the outside, but their decisions, their peace, their resilience, and their capacity to see opportunity are completely different. And I want you, oh my God, this is such a good lesson today, because it is so important that we realize that oh my gosh, before I got here and remembered to do this, something in my spirit this morning said that all work works. All the things that you're doing, all this time that you're spending in here, all work works. Sometimes we believe that it doesn't, but it's working. If it's not working on the outside, it's working on you. And that manifestation of who you're becoming is going to change as a result of working. And so this just is so cool, because it said right here, it says, let the circumstances, 6 months later, the circumstances may look exactly the same. Let me highlight it like that for you. Your circumstances may still look similar on the outside, but their decisions, their peace, their resilience, and their capacity to see opportunity are completely different, my friend. The only significant difference between them was that they chose to feed their mind every single day. I just want to encourage you that you are in the right place. You are in the right circumstances for where you need to be. Oh my gosh, I think this is such a good lesson that I may bring it just to my team so they can hear what we're speaking about. The story, there is a season in my life when I did not pay attention to what I was feeding in my mind. I considered whatever was in front of me, watched whatever was on, listened to whatever was playing, engaged in whatever conversation came my way, and then I wondered why my thinking felt so heavy, so anxious, so far from the peace that God promised. The moment I became intentional, deliberately choosing what I would allow into my mind every morning before the world got loud. The moment I became intentional, deliberately choosing what I would allow into my mind every morning before the world got loud, everything, and I mean everything, shifted. My thoughts became cleaner. My faith became stronger. My vision became cleaner. My decisions became better, and did not change my circumstances. First, I changed what I felt in my mind, and my circumstances eventually followed. My mind insight for today: neuroscience research on media consumption and mental health shows that we repeatedly expose our minds to literally what we can repeatedly expose our minds to literally research reshapes our neural pathways. What? Research on media consumption. What is media consumption? That's you're scrolling. That's the news. That's the television shows you watch. That's the movies that you watch. That's what media puts into your mind. Shows that we repeatedly expose our minds to literally reshapes our neural pathways, strengthening the connections associated with whatever content we consume most. Fear. Woo! Listen to this one, folks. Fear-based content increases the baseline's anxiety level. Fear-based content. And people say, well, if I'm just watching the news, right, it's not fear-based. Really? Watch the news from a different perspective today. I would even count how many fear-based comments in 1/2 hour newscast did they project to you. Count them. And I promise you, you will see something that you go, oh my gosh, I can't believe. I need to know what the weather is, right? No, you've been living on this earth for however long you're living. You know exactly what the weather is going to be in this season of the day. You might not know the difference between 95 degrees or 102 degrees, but what's the difference between 95 degrees and 102 degrees? I don't know, a little bit more heat. Right? So fear-based content increases the brain's baseline and anxiety levels. Uplifting truth-centered content strengthens your prefrontal cortex ability to regulate emotion and think clearly. Your brain is always being shaped by its inputs. Philippians 4:8 says it is not just spiritual wisdom, it is one of the most neurologically sound instructions ever written. Go back to Philippians 4:8. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. And then we go back to, right here into what we were just saying. Philippians 4:8 is not just spiritual wisdom. It is one of the most neurologically sound instructions that's ever been written. All right, so our heart connection today is you cannot feed your mind with fear and expect to harvest a life of faith. What you are consistently feeding in your mind is building the future God designed for you. So the practice today, do one day mental diet audit. Do a 1-day mental diet audit. Write down everything that you consume, content, conversations, thoughts that you rehearsed, then honestly evaluate what you are feeding your mind. Is what you're feeding your mind producing the life, the faith, and the future you want? Is what you're feeding your mind producing the life, the faith, and the future that you want? Our short prayer today is, Father, help me to be faithful, a faithful gatekeeper of my mind. Show me what needs to be removed and what needs to be added. I want what goes into my mind to produce the faith, the peace, and the purpose you designed for my life. May what you feed your mind today become the faith, the courage, and the clarity that shapes your tomorrow. And when we think about our reflection question today, what are you constantly feeding in your mind, and is it aligned with the future God designed for you? What is one input that you need to remove and one that you need to add to your daily mental diet? And then how was that consumed in the past season? How has what you consumed in the past season shaped who you became in the next one? I'm going to go ahead and copy these and I'm going to put them in the chat so that you will have them. Great questions to talk about today. This is one that we're going to have to go back and rewatch and think about and dwell on and meditate on. And so now let's live it. Your future is being built right now, not by your circumstances. Let me tell you, it is not the outside things that are controlling who you're becoming. It is your inside determining factors that you decide what you're going to do. Your circumstances are out of your control. These are the things that are happening in your life. Well, some of them you may have created yourself, but most of the circumstances that go on, the things that happen to you are out of your control. But you have the control to create what you are going to consume. You have the ability to control what you're going to do during your day. You have the ability to shape your life in the way that you want to shape your life. It is not your past, but by what you are choosing to feed your mind today. Be intentional. Please be selective. Be faithful about what you allow through the gates of your mind, because what goes in today is shaping who you're becoming tomorrow. Feed your mind well today and watch the future follow. Oh my gosh, what an amazing lesson, whatever you want to call it today, that we just spent our time devotional, we spent our time with. Please take heed to the things that you're putting in your mind today. And as we move into now into our gratitude session, into a time of reflection, into a time, I just hope that you will prepare your mind for what comes next. What are you thankful for today? What are you thankful for today? Good morning, Father. Before I think about everything that I need to accomplish today, I just simply want to thank you. Thank you for the gift of this ordinary day. Thank you for that I didn't have to earn the sunrise. Thank you for the doors that opened at exactly the right moment. Thank you for the doors that you kept closed when I was not ready to walk through them. Thank you for protecting me from opportunities that look good, but were not for me. Lord, I admit that waiting is not always easy. Sometimes I have to wonder why the answer did not come sooner, why the opportunity took so long, and why the path seemed slower than expected. But today I choose to trust that you see what I cannot see. Thank you for working behind the scenes when it appeared that nothing was happening. Thank you for preparing people. Thank you for preparing circumstances. Thank you for preparing resources and even my own heart before allowing the next chapter to begin. Thank you for working behind the scenes when it appeared that nothing was happening. Thank you for preparing people. Thank you for preparing circumstances and resources. And thank you for preparing my own heart before allowing, again, the next chapter to begin. Thank you that your delay is not always a denial. Sometimes it's just the development. Sometimes it's the protection. Sometimes it's preparation. Thank you for showing me that being early can be just as dangerous as being late. An opportunity received before I have the character to carry it can become a burden instead of a blessing. A relationship entered before healing has happened can create more pain. A platform gained before wisdom is developed can expose weaknesses that should have been strengthened privately. Thank you for helping me understand that waiting seasons are not wasted seasons. Thank you that I can understand the concept of all work works. This might be working on me first. All work works. I just know that it works on me first. Thank you for helping me to understand that while I wait, you are teaching me something. I don't want to say patience because I don't want to be taught more patience if I don't have to be. But the truth is that might be what's happening. Thank you that I wait for strengthening my faith, and that until my strength is faith, until my faith is strengthened, that I might be able to face some of the circumstances that are going to come my way. Thank you for helping me wait while you're correcting my motives. Thank you for preparing me to steward what I have been asking you to provide. Help me to stop measuring your faithfulness, but what my preferred timetable is. Help me to stop measuring your faithfulness your preparedness of the path I walk down so that I can walk in your favor. And when I get to that where I know your favor is on me, that it's not based on my preferred timetable, but what you would have me to do. And as we prepare for our time of just to be still, to listen, to be in the moment, and as we begin to get ready for our 4.5 minutes that we're going to put together, that there's nothing that we need to do right now. There's nothing that we need to accomplish right now. There's nothing that we have to think specifically right now. We just need to rest in what you're going to show us today. We're going to ask ourselves, what would you want me to notice right now? We're going to take deep breaths. We're going to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Take our slow, deep breaths. We're going to let our thoughts come and go without chasing them. When our mind wanders, we're going to come back to our breath. We're going to ask God, what do you want me to notice right now? One more minute. Until you ask yourself, what do you want me to notice right now? Go ahead and grab your water. What do you want me to notice right now? All right, and as we move into our time where we're just going to speak into existence the things that God would have us to do. We've had an amazing devotional. We've had an incredible time being thankful and gratitude, and we've been able to sit, breathe, and reflect. And now we just want to ask, dear Lord, give me the wisdom to do the things that you put me on this earth to do in a way that pleases you and serves others. Dear Lord, give me the wisdom to do the things you put me on this earth to do in a way that pleases you and serves others. And as we walk in the favor of God today, as you believe that the favor of God is on you, I just want you to say these things with me. And we'll say it together today. We walk in the favor of God in our health. We walk in the favor of God in our finances, in our businesses, in our marriage, in our key relationships. We walk in the favor of God in our ministry. We walk in the favor of God with our children, with our grandchildren, and those who we have influence with. Today, we will walk in the favor of God in our expectations. We will walk in the favor of God in our debt elimination, with our credit and creditors, with our loans and applications, and with our service to others. We will walk in the favor of God with our leaders, with our investors, with our mentors, coaches, and people that we coach. We will walk in the favor of God in our new projects. We will walk in the favor of God with our team. We will walk in the favor of God with those who work for us, with us this day, whether they're paid or volunteer. Today and every day, we'll walk in the favor of God, talk in the favor of God, and operate in the favor of God. For the favor of God on our life transforms our expectations and how we approach the world. It is evident in what we can see and touch, and it is moving powerfully in what we cannot see. It surrounds us. It covers our families. It covers our friends. It covers our meaningful relationships. It rests on everything that is connected to us. It is active in every area of our life for the rest of our life. This day we expect favor. We live favor. We anticipate favor. The time for favor is now, right now, today. And oh Lord, that you would enlarge my territory. Let your hand be with me. Keep me from harm so that I will be free from pain. And as we think about our affirmations today, we think about our affirmations, and what is that first affirmation that we do every single day? And I want you to say these with me. I'm going to say it first. You can say it with me 2 times. You can say it with me 1 time. But I am becoming the person my future requires. I'm becoming the person that my future requires. And we are becoming the people that our future requires, right? I am becoming the person. And so then we say, I choose presence over pressure today. I choose presence over pressure today. And we choose presence over pressure today. Hey, we show up even when it's uncomfortable. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. And I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I am consistent, not perfect. I am consistent, not perfect. And we are consistent and not perfect. We listen before we react. We listen before we react. We listen. I listen before I react. Right? I gotta get them right the first time. Right? Here we go. I'm grounded, grateful, and growing. I'm grounded, grateful, and growing. And we are grounded, grateful, and growing. I build trust through my daily action. I build trust through my daily action, and we build trust through our daily action. I attract unlimited wealth because I give extraordinary value. I attract unlimited wealth because I give extraordinary value. And we attract unlimited wealth because we give extraordinary value. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. And what we practice today becomes our legacy tomorrow. I finish what I start. I finish what I start, and we finish what we start. I wake up on purpose and I live with intention. I wake up on purpose and I live with intention. And we wake up on purpose and we live with intention. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I'm intentional about where my intention goes. I protect my focus and I guard my mind, and I am intentional about where my intention goes. And we protect our mind. We guard our mind. We guard our mind, and we are intentional about where our attention goes. Right? I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. And we choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I am healthy. My body is continuously healing and strengthening itself. I choose foods, I choose movements, and I choose habits that give me life, energy, and vitality. I am healthy. My body is continuously healing and strengthening itself. I choose foods, movement, and habits that give me life, energy, and vitality. And yes, we are healthy. Our bodies are continuously healing and strengthening themselves. We choose foods, we choose movements, we choose habits that give us life, energy, and vitality. I speak life to myself and to others. I'm a master at being present. I speak life to myself and to others. I'm a master at being present. And we speak life to ourselves and to others. And we are masters at being present. I make space for stillness and clarity. I make space for stillness and clarity, and we make space for stillness and clarity. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself, and we keep our promises, especially the ones we make to ourselves. I choose courage over comfort today. I choose courage over comfort, and we choose courage over comfort. I make meaningful connections every day. I make meaningful connections every day, and we make meaningful connections every single day. I take responsibility for who I'm becoming. I take responsibility for who I'm becoming, and we take responsibility for who we are becoming. I'm right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. You look at those little people over there, they are right where they're supposed to be in order to become who God made them to be. And we are right where we're supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. My favorite slide, right? God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what he has called me to do. God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what he has called me to do. And God has already placed us and he is providing us with everything that we need for what he has called us to do. All right, there's more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. There is more than enough, and we are enough to fulfill our purpose. Everything works out for me because I direct my thoughts. Everything works out for me because I refuse drift and distractions, and everything works out for me because that is the person that I have become. Everything works out for me because I direct my thoughts. Everything works out for me because I refuse drift and distractions. And everything works out for me because that is the person that I have become. And my friend, everything works out for us because we direct our thoughts. Everything works out for us because we refuse drift and distractions. And everything works out for us because that is the person that we have become. Hey, we get to live in abundance. There is no lack. God's provision is everywhere and in all things. I get to live in abundance. There is no lack. God's provision is everywhere in all things. And finally, we live in abundance because there is no lack. God's provision is everywhere and it's in all things. And we finally get to count it all joy, knowing God is using every season and every situation to strengthen us and to fulfill his purpose in us and through us. I count it all joy, knowing God is using every season and every situation to strengthen me and to fulfill his purpose in me and through me. I count it all joy, knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and to fulfill his purpose in me and through me. And when we think about our intentions that we have, the one that I read to the folks last night, the one in my podcast that I did, these are, that's the wrong one. These are our intentions for today. Oh my gosh, let me put this in real quick. Boom. The first one, there's 7 of them. I make a promise to myself. I'm going to make it. I'm going to say it. I'm going to write it down. And I'm going to do it before I go to bed. Why? Because I honor my commitments even when no one else is watching. Second intention that we're going to have for today is I make meaningful connections, right? I choose people over distractions and presence over convenience. I'm 100% present. My eyes are up. My phones are down. I got 2 ears and 1 mouth, and I'm listening more because I'm making meaningful connections. Third one is I'm going to make space for stillness and clarity, right? I'm going to be still. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to listen. I'm going to make room. I am going to slow down enough to hear what matters most. The fourth one that we're going to do today is we're going to lead with gratitude, right? We're going to choose to notice what is good, present, and already working in our life. 3 times a day, 1, 2, 3 times a day, you're going to stop, you're going to look, and you're going to say, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to the fifth thing we're going to do is we're going to act on purpose. We do not drift through our day. We're going to choose our direction intentionally, and then we're going to reflect, what did I do today that kept me on my purpose? The 6th thing that we're going to do, 1-6, right, is we're going to leave people better than we found them. We're going to add value. We're going to speak life. We're going to lift someone up. I will encourage, uplift, and serve whenever possible today. Hey, and then the 7th thing that we're going to do as an intention today is we're going to trust God with what I cannot control. I'm going to pray about it more than I'm going to worry about it. And I'm going to release what is not mine to carry and focus on what mine is to steward. So today I'm going to keep my promises. Today I'm going to be fully present. Today I will create space for stillness and clarity. Today I will stop, look, and say thank you. Today I will take action that aligns with my purpose. Today I will leave people better than I found them. And today I will trust God with the rest. And you know what we're not going to do? We are not going to settle. We are not going to settle for a mediocre life. And we're going to say a prayer today that tells, we are going to say a prayer today. That is our prayer. I'm going to keep pasting the wrong thing in here. I don't know. And so we're going to say, Heavenly Father, I do not want a mediocre life. And as I don't want a mediocre life, and here is our prayer, and I hope you read it with me. That's why I want to make it big enough, because we're going to say it as if it is you doing it. And so here we go. Heavenly Father, I make up my mind today. I will experience your best for my life. I will not settle for small living or small expectations. I will not settle for things getting worse in my life. I will not accept decline. I will not accept defeat. My life is rising higher and higher. Everything in my life is growing, flourishing, and advancing. I will not settle for my past holding me back from my future. You have destined me for greatness, so I will not settle for a mediocre life. I choose to receive your blessings. I let go of small expectations, and I choose to receive what you have already done for me. I expect goodness and mercy to follow me all the days of my life. I choose today to think big and to renew my mind to heaven's way of thinking. Please say these out loud with me and read it. I will speak to my mountains, and they will move. My family and my descendants will be blessed. I will possess the land. I will use big language because you are big language. I will ask big. I will seek big. I will dream big. I will never stop envisioning a better life and dreaming about a better life. My family being better, my health being better, my purpose being better, my emotions being better, and my mind being better. And of course, my finances being better. I refuse to settle for a life that is getting worse. I embrace a life that is getting brighter and brighter, stronger and stronger, greater and greater, from glory to glory, every day until the day of your return. I give up small thinking. I expect good things to happen to me every single day of my life. I agree that of what your way of looking at things. I decide to think bigger every day, and I will continue to ask what you said I could ask for, those desires in my heart. I accept the vision and the dreams that the Holy Spirit has placed within me. I will not be limited by any ceiling, any roof, any wall, any barrier, or any limitation that others place on me, like age, like race, like color, like education, or gender, or absolutely anything else others say I am. Nothing will limit me because you are an unlimited God. You are an unlimited God. And because nothing will limit me because you are a limited God and you live inside me. I stand on knowing that you are able to do immeasurably, abundantly, above all that I could ask or imagine, according to your power that works within me. Today, I let go of a small God and small expectations, and I begin to dream big, extravagant dreams, my wildest dreams, believing that you will do exceedingly beyond all of them. And I ask this in your name. Amen, amen, and amen. Because we're going to seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added. And as we get ready for our song today, what it takes to become the person, what we're going to do is I want you to know that you are God's special gift. He loves you if you allow him to. Let him wrap his arms around you. Let the greatness that's inside of you ooze out. Jump on somebody. My friend, you were born for greatness. You were born for greatness, and that greatness just needs to jump out. Pause for an answer to somebody else's prayer, and so that answer to somebody else's prayer is becoming the person now. You today. Enjoy the song today. Talk about becoming the person that God needs you to be. We'll do that, and I'll have a blessing for you right after. Enjoy the song.
Woke up with a purpose, sunlight on my face. The God who made the universe still knows me by my name. Every step is kingdom, every breath is grace. I do not rush the process, I just run in my own lane. 2 ears, 1 mouth, so I listen first. Hurting people hurt people, so I speak the healing words. I am a coach, a friend, a brother, a guide, helping people break the limits that were living inside. You have to be the one before you do the thing. Identity before assignment, that is how freedom sings. Every story is sacred, every life unique, and they do not care what you know until they know you are listening. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Stepping in the calling, walking wild and free. From the podcast to the people, I pray for every day. Purpose in my heartbeat, purpose in my name. I am becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where my freedom stays. From mile-high flights to Chicago nights, from track lines chalk to the chaplain's light. 250 men with stories that ignite, now living boldly with purpose taking off in sight. Relationship first, that is the way I lead. Connection is the soil where the soul gets freed. I am a husband, father, and granddad too. 30 people at Thanksgiving, that's what love can do. I say you are God's greatest gift because it is true. Every room gets brighter when you walk through. I am living this mission until the final breath, helping others rise so their best becomes their next step. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Stepping in the calling, walking wild and free. From the pastures to the people, I pray for every day. Purpose in my heartbeat, purpose in my name. I am becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where my freedom stays. From Denver to the nations, let the good news spread. Faith over fear, that is the voice in my head. If you knew the stories and the places I have been, you would know every setback was a setup to win. I show up with bass and I show up with fire. I show up with truth for the ones who inspire. Legacy in motion, generations rise. God's fingerprints are all over my life. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Walking in the promise He keeps over me. Every step is purpose, every breath is praise. And the world gets brighter when we live this way. We are becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where our freedom stays. Let's go! Dr.B. Becoming the person. Every day.
All right. And so may the Lord bless and keep you. May His face shine upon you and give you peace. May you walk in His favor every step you take today. May you walk in His favor every place you go today. Maybe you walk in His favor in everything that you do. Please don't forget that today is going to be a great day. It is going to be a great day in every way. Why? Because the God who made the universe knows every hair on your head and knows you by the exact name that you were given. My friends, you are loved, you are cherished, you are special. I want you to have an amazing, I want you to have an awesome, I want you to have an awestruck, I want you to have this incredible day today. Live in His blessings, live in His favor, and know that the things that you allow into your mind, as we talked about earlier, are the things that are going to shape your future. Have an amazing day today. We'll look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Great job today. I'm glad that you were here. Have an amazing day. Talk to you tomorrow.